Hey, it is live stream time, everybody. It's been a while. Sorry for the slight delay. I had to fix some technical stuff. Just trying to fix some settings and whatnot, but everything is ready to go. And we're going to be working on a different shot in the Sonic Part 3 animation, which is coming out soon, hopefully. I've been working on it very hard, so thank you all for your patience. Yeah, and I think you're all going to be surprised. You're going to definitely be surprised by Part 3. So I think it's time to get started with animating. Hey, Percy. Okay, everybody's saying sup, so yeah, I think it's time to start. Alright, to the animation window. Alright, hopefully it shows up properly. I just want to make sure because I had to do a lot of settings stuff and that wasn't fun. So, yeah, very time consuming setting up these live streams, but it is worth it. Get to say hi to you guys and hopefully entertain you in some manner. Not exactly sure how, but we'll just have to see how the stream goes. Oh my gosh, a lot of people in the chat. We have 50 people watching, which is cool. Hey, King's World, I think I do remember you. Name looks familiar, so yeah. Hey, how's it going? Other color. I want to swap over to this. Hey, Octo Yoshi, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Right now, I'm working on a really fun scene with Jim. He runs away out a door. It's a good gag. You'll get it. But you know, he does an epic pose, and then runs away, opens the door, and runs out the door. But yeah, I have a lot of cleanup I'm doing today. So, hello, Marshmallow, so cool with CJ. How you doing? Hey, Harvester. How's it going? All right, let's see. Alright. I have no idea. Memes, I hope not. Alright, let's get him running out the door. Alright. So I kind of really cheaped out on the rough sketches, so I kind of have to figure it out from here. Well, it depends on the script, Percy. Like, it depends on how the script is written and, on time. You'll just have to see how the cartoon goes. but I think all of you will enjoy it, I hope, because I'm trying to finish this series I accidentally started. Alright, see you, Harvester. Hope you have a great time at church. Say hi to Kenny for me. Alright. Have I tried tweening? Yes, Blue Chimp. I have. I don't use it all the time. I use it mostly for things that I just want to go across the screen. I don't use it for character animation very much. It's not my personal taste. Some people like using motion tweens. I don't. That's just me. I feel it doesn't do what traditional animation can do if you do it well. So that's why I don't use it personally. It's just a preference thing. But for some shows, they use it mostly for budget. So that's understandable. Alright, I think I kind of screwed up his arm. As I said earlier, my sketch wasn't very helpful. And when I do cleanup, I usually just fix issues because I didn't tie this down. Sorry if I'm not paying too much attention to the chat. I'm trying to figure some things out, fix the arm and whatnot. Alright, let's get this going. I have no idea if it will become a meme. Yeah, that's just my preference for animation. Frame by frame just does so much more, in my opinion. But a lot of rigged animation from like Toon Boom is really getting really powerful tools, but it still isn't the same. Sure, you can do a lot manipulating certain shapes, but it's just not the same. You can't put as much thought into it, I guess. I don't know. The nice thing is you can adjust things a lot more. That I will give definite credit to. And you don't have to redraw everything, but you know. It's a preference thing or budget. I just stick to traditional because it's just a lot easier for me. Alright, let's see if I can... Not sure what you mean exactly, Aiden. I've looked at reference if that's what you're saying. I know what he looks like. That way I can draw him correctly. Or close to correctly. I have my own style for it just so I can get through the cartoon quicker. But, I know how to draw him. If that's what you mean. I'm drawing Jim. See, it's Jim. He's running away. Yeah. Runs away, and he's gonna open a door, run through the door. Thank you for the compliments, Aaron. Alright, no. Wait, which way is Quill's gonna go? I think they're going down. So, let's get this going like this. 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 Alright. Oh shoot, I pressed F4 somehow. My mistake. Am I still a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's? Not really. No. It's not my thing. Oh no. I gotta fix this. Alright. How many? Okay, 3 each. Alright. Haven't been looking at the chat. Oh, well, thank you for the compliment, Kobe. It's more so I just do traditional animation, so it's a lot of drawings, and Disney used to do that, so. Now they're mostly doing CG, computer animation, so. That's okay. I still prefer 2D, but, you know. Something about good 2D animation is just so awesome. Alright, let's get this fixed, because I kind of made his rear a little too big. And I want to fix that. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, I'm taking cues from the Luigi at the beginning of my streams. Because I animated his butt kind of going like in a similar fashion. I just think it's funny. So, I don't know. Alright, please stop spamming, Ricky. Oh gosh, what just happened? Sorry about that. Back to the animation window. Yeah, that's not fun. Do you make the illusion of life with animation? It's not real. I mean, that's from a book, that title. It's like I can kind of do I could do more full animation, but you know, all animation is really trying to imitate things that you can kind of see in real life, I guess, but not really. I just make cartoons. I don't get that deep into it. But it does give off the illusion of life, I suppose. Alright, let's fix this arm. I really screwed up, and I think it's still screwed up, so I may need to redraw it. So that's fun. That's okay. I just don't like redrawing stuff all the time, because it means less time getting to the other frames that need to be finished. So that's not fun. Oh, thank you for the compliment, Big Phil. I've been trying to improve my drawing skills. I need to study anatomy a lot more. Definitely, but really I appreciate it. You doing any other projects besides Sonic 3 at the moment? Kind of, sort of. I have a lot of things on the back burner because of this. Mostly I've been working on this. Everybody asks me, like some people ask me, what have you been doing during quarantine? I've been doing this. So, you know, I've had very minimal time to myself, but that's okay. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be streaming either, because, yeah, I don't think I've really done a morning stream, so that's cool. It means we might see some people show up later on in the stream. And a lot of people seem to be awake, so that's nice. Alright, let's get his ears. There we go. It's not perfect. I think it's this that I'm not liking. Let's fix it. Alright. Let's see if I can fix this little bit here. You know what? It'll kind of do. I'm gonna just deal with it. It's in between. It's not like... Well, it is kind of an important frame, though. Anyhow. Yeah, that collaboration's not out yet, Percy. They're still looking for animators, so if you're interested, and if you do animation, definitely try and apply for the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Reanimate. There's a lot of people on there, some people I'm familiar with, so yeah. And the collaboration I'm hosting, the Zelda CDI Reanimated collab, that has a channel as well. And some of the animators who worked on the Adventures of Sonic Reanimate joined Zelda. So, yeah. And the Zelda one's almost finished, so that's good. I actually finished my scene as well. And I'm hoping to make a video on it soon. That way I can have something out for you guys. But I'm almost done, I think, with Sonic 3. Close. It's kind of been... The production for this part has been very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. But my sister, Art with Artemis, she's helped me with some backgrounds. Yeah. Let's see if I can fix this. Trying to fix his leg. I want this to look correct. How's my day going? Okay, Jacob. Thank you for asking. Alright. It's a weird frame. I'm not gonna lie. For starters, his upper body narrows a little too much, but then again, it may not be a huge issue, but I kind of want to fix it, so it won't be a hard thing to do. So glad there's such things as transformation tools, even though you shouldn't use them all the time because then your drawing's off model and all that stuff. But it is useful if you need a slight tweak, so I'm using it. Some YouTube tips. I don't know if I can give you YouTube tips for things outside of animation, to be honest with you. Look at what people want to watch. I know that's something very important. Like, you know, current trends are something you can hop on and try and get people to watch, but those videos also, you got to be careful because then it can date your video. I don't know. It's kind of just do your best and make sure your content is something people would like to watch. And if you can watch it and say, yeah, if I were watching a YouTuber and they uploaded this, I would enjoy it. So that's kind of how I think about it when I make cartoons. It's like, okay, yeah, I think I would subscribe to a person who has stuff like this. So then you try and kind of make those kind of videos and just see where it takes you. And mostly just have fun and focus on improving your videos too. But yeah, that would be my advice. All right, I think this frame is ready to color. And then we can move on to the next in-between. Yay, in-betweens, fun part. Love in-betweens. I mean, not always, because it's the difficult part. So it's not always the fun part, but you know, it's needed, or the cartoon looks weird, and you don't want the cartoon to look weird. The cartoon has to look good, so. Hang on, something tells me I either, no. Get that out of there. Let's get this. Oh, I forgot this part of his heel of his shoe. Sophia Morris, please do not spam that stuff. Is Adobe CS6 free? I am not sure. I'm not using Adobe CS6, but there is a free legal version of Adobe Animate that you can get. I think it's CS4 to be honest, but you get most of the features that you have in all the other versions. You're not missing out on too much. So there's this guy called Alex. Is it Alex Jones? I think so. I think that's his name. Could be wrong. No, it's not Alex Jones. I think that was a subscriber of mine. It's Jesse J. Jones. Yeah, Jesse J. Jones. So he has a tutorial on how to get a free version of Adobe Flash for free legally. So you don't have to do no piratey illegal stuff. You can just legally get a version of Adobe Animate. What free animation program do you recommend? If you can get the free version of Adobe Flash, I'd recommend that. There's something called Pencil 2D. There's OpenToons. OpenToons, I have OpenToons. I don't really use it because it's very buggy on my computer. And I think it has something to do with me using a Mac and not a Windows computer. But a lot of people say good things about that. There's Krita, that's with a K. Krita, I think. And yeah, people say good stuff about that. There's Blender. Hey, Rando Animations, I believe I do remember you. How's it going? Alright. Let's fix this arm. I'm not sure how to feel about that arm. Pretty good, I guess. Pretty good, I guess. We'll just have to hope that's good. Oh no. Jim looks like a chicken Sonic. Yeah. The way I drew him, he does look like a chicken Sonic. I guess that kinda. I don't really know what. I kind of see what you're saying though. Maybe like feathers, the quills, and the. I based it off those really dorky Sonic costumes that you can buy. With like the mohawk and the really thin quills. So yeah. Also, I really like how I did his legs. You know what? I screwed up something. But I don't know if I really want to change it. I can do it on this frame, I think. And it probably won't screw up too bad. I want that goofy outward leg thing going on. Like that. Yeah, so I'd have to fix this frame. So let me do this, and then I'm gonna go back and fix the leg. I think it'll look so much funnier if I do it this way. What happened to Sonic? You're gonna have to find out. Next episode of Sonic X. Well, I mean, you're just gonna have to find out in part 3. Because something did happen to Sonic, but you're gonna have to find out what it is. Ooh, mysterious, isn't it? Not really, it's just, you know, you gotta figure it out. You gotta see what happens to Sonic. Yeah. And I really don't like how, shoot. Like, this is a good frame to a degree. I think it's funny, but I'm trying to think of what I'm doing with this shoe. Alright, on this frame we just did out. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll do something like that with the shoe. When you running. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think Adobe Animate's gonna crash. No! My hard work. Oh, never mind, saved. Thank goodness. I always get scared when my mouse starts pinwheeling. Like oh, no. Thank you for the compliment, Mr. Pro Wrestling. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing well as well. Having a good Sunday. Alright, let's get this done here. I don't know how to feel about this foot. Like, I don't know, maybe I could draw it like that. Maybe like this. Oh no. Alright. Weird Adobe Animate glitches. Yeah, no, Sonic's tied up in the cartoon, but you get to see what happens to Sonic. So, you know, you'll have to find out what happens to him, Percy. Besides, you can't leave the hero of the story tied up. Alright. So, let's see. Spider, butt, Eggman, spider, what the heck? Alright, well, now I'm very concerned. Is it fun drawing the exaggerated faces in Sonic Movie 1? It can be, yeah. But then it can also... It was also... Sonic Movie Part 1, I never meant to make a Part 2. But I did, because everybody wanted a Part 2. Of, like, well, they wanted a cartoon about the redesign. And I'm like, okay, let's make a cartoon about the redesign, and that'll be it. But then I ended it with Sonic getting locked up and Jim Carrey replacing him, and everybody got mad. And the reason I did the whole thing of Sonic getting tied up and Jim Carrey replacing him is because it just saved time. I wanted to have a gag of Jim Carrey replacing Sonic, but I didn't know how to really do it. At first, I was going to have a really dumb joke about Sonic not paying his taxes and Jim Carrey calling him out on it. And then Sonic would just run away. But then I was like, no, this is horrible. It's not funny. So the other option was Jim, like, basically puts Sonic in a closet or something and, like, locks him up in there. Ties him up. So I just did that because it was easier to animate. And it would make a little more sense as to why Jim would replace him, as opposed to the whole taxes joke. I'm not, like, I wasn't fully satisfied with the ending either, so part 3 does make sense for a story. Oh, that's not me, Ali25 Roblox. The guy complaining about his wife, that's like the narrator from Sonic X. I just put him in, the cartoon. Some people didn't get that. I just gave him a design. That's not me. I am in one of the cartoons, though. I'm in the first part. In the whole board meeting where everybody's talking about oh, what do you think, Mr. Fowler? And then Jeff Fowler's like, no. My dad voiced Jeff Fowler in those cartoons. How did Jim get the Sonic suit? I don't know. I guess he just bought it. Or he made it. I was gonna maybe do like the pool noodles for the quills, but that would just be too difficult. I think he made it. I don't know why he would, but you know, he just wants to be Sonic, I guess. Gonna have to find out in part 3. No, seriously, you'll have to find out in part 3. A little more about it. Not a lot of backstory as how he got the suit. I don't think there really is. That's a good question, though. Very good question. Can I ever make a Sonic Unleashed animation? I don't know. I've never played Sonic Unleashed, so I don't really know much about it. I'd rather make something else though, probably, for now. Like, cause I've been doing Sonic. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it can do well. I do want to make my content a little more varied though, just so people can watch different stuff. Did I do the voice for Sonic in the cartoons? Yes, I did. Ali255. Yeah, I did. And how? I just made my voice sound a little more higher and just, yeah. It's like, yeah! Whoa! Gotta go fast! And then you just, yeah. It's mostly just me making my voice a little more nasally and higher. But also energetic enough that it sounds kind of like Sonic, so. Yeah, see, I just did Jim the Human because I thought it was funny, like, you know. And I thought people wouldn't mind, like, it'd just be an ending. But, you know. Because it's hard to, it's kind of hard to come up with endings for really short cartoons, to be honest with you. Especially when you want a punchline gag. Like, I just wanted the main gag to be Jim Carrey replacing Sonic in the cartoon. But what happened was, I didn't really have time, and I was gonna have a lot of cool jokes, in the second part, but it was taking a lot of time, number one. Number two, I had to figure out, like, how Jim would get rid of Sonic, so, yeah. At first, like I said, it was going to be a really bad taxes joke that just wasn't funny. And then I just decided, alright, well, we can just have him tie him up in a closet, because I don't know what else I'll get rid of him. Oh my gosh. I don't know about that, Chiliax. That would be a pain. Just, like, I don't know. It'd be funny, but I don't know how well that would go. I'd probably lose the voice after like halfway in the stream. Like, I do try to sound pretty chill, because, you know, I just want to chill when I draw. But if I was Sonic the entire stream, it'd just be weird. You know, that kind of thing. I could do the whole, what up, Sonic Squad? I'm gonna be drawing and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anyone else see that really weird Apple Arcade ad? With Sonic? He addresses everybody as Sonic Squad. It's just weird. Whoa! Gotta get these rings. Yeah, it's just... It could be funny, though. I don't know. Maybe someday I can try goofy voice streams. Let's get this done here. But I would probably just do the whole weird gag of Sonic being like a streamer. So like the Sonic Squad thing, I'd totally use that. Alright, let's see. Runs. Oh, what am I doing? Darn it. No, I screwed up the drawing. That's alright, it'll work this way. Yeah. Yeah, that works. I just want to make sure his feet look correct. Hey! What's up, Deander? The collab overall, it's coming along really nicely. I did finish my scene. I have to make a video for it. Yeah, I did finish the scene. I finished Zelda. That was a pain. Yeah. But the collab is coming along really nice, dude. I don't know if you saw the new trailer or not. I think we're like 80 to 90% there. And we've been getting a lot of scenes this month, too. Alright, let's try and get this going here. Let's see if this works. Yeah, and we even got a really nifty remix from NoteBlock. So that was awesome. He did an excellent job. I do have to figure out how I'm gonna do the credits though, because there's like over 200 animators, I'm pretty sure. I counted once and I thought it was over 200. So we have like roughly 200 names to put up, and I don't want to do duplicates by accident because some people used the same credit for multiple scenes. Just, you know, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it. Plus the link sonas, all that stuff. We'll get it to work. Ah, shoot. Yeah, but that collab's been going on for about a year. But surprisingly, we've gotten very far. Some collaborations don't get near as far as ours has. Like reanimated collabs are very difficult because sometimes they either don't get enough applicants or that they don't manage the animators. So the animators who were working on it completely forget about it for like several months. Then it just doesn't get done. So we've been trying to check in every month. We're hoping to wrap up the scenes this month, but I'm not sure. We might. We've come very close. Everybody's working very hard to finish, so. But we're gonna see where we are at the end of the month. Alright, this ain't working here. Come on now. Get the lines. Alright, almost there. Just have his ears to add, the lines along his costume, and then we are done with the frame. Just have to fix the leg of the last frame. Well, the previous frame at least. Almost done with the frame, alley. Almost. Mario Boss Films asks, what inspired you to animate? I have no idea. I really like cartoons. I liked, I don't know. I liked Gumball. I liked, a lot of Disney stuff like Alice in Wonderland. I think that was one of the films that really got me into animation. I think I drew the lines a little too thick here. Shoot. Alright, see ya, memes. Alright, let's get this fixed here. Gotta fix this. Sometimes making the line straight and then you curve the line. See? It makes a nice clean line for you so you don't have to redraw it. Because all I'm doing is trying to get lines on top of the roughs and occasionally fix it. Like I'm changing the feet and the legs here, but yeah. That's what I do when I do cleanup usually. It's like if I can help it, I don't want to have to redraw it just because of how much time it takes. Not really overly familiar with Happy Tree Friends, so alright, let's fix this. Thank you for the compliment, Ricky. Alright, fixing the leg. You know what? Let me fix this part here. The shoe size isn't quite right. Like the heel of the shoe. See you, Robert. Alright, so I'm thinking of fixing the leg here. I don't think I need to completely redo the shoe. I think I just need to bend the leg a little more this way. I don't have to. I can mark it and just write consider fixing, well, not fi well, yeah, fixing leg. That way we can move a little more forward and I don't have to do this necessarily on stream. But let's see how this little segment looks. Yeah, I'm gonna need to fix it, but we'll just go ahead and work on the part where he heads toward the door. So, since he's getting further from the screen, I want to get my line thickness a little lower, so maybe like, maybe something like that. Yeah, that's pretty good, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure this out in my mind. Music is familiar? It is, hang on, let me check. It's Donut Plains. No, yeah. This is the song with ugly old movie Sonic flossing. Yeah, this is it. By NoteBlock. Link in the description. Sorry if the chat window disappeared. Not chat, the animation window probably disappeared. I wish there was like a nifty transition between the two, like if it cuts off it doesn't just immediately disappear, but oh well. It does give a cool glitchy effect though. Chat's slow. That happens. It was going pretty fast earlier. But you know, that's just how it is sometimes. And that's okay. Not sure how that leg's supposed to look. Well, it's on its way, Elsie. It is on its way. I am trying to finish this cartoon as fast as possible, which takes a lot of time anyways, so it's getting there. Oh, that's cool, Ricky. Neat. That is cool. I haven't streamed on Twitch before. Not sure how much art is on Twitch. Maybe I'll move this over. Okay. I don't know which 90s style cartoon, but thank you for the compliment. Was it Animaniacs or because I guess there is something similar to that, but I don't know. Like Hey, we got 34 people watching. Thank you. Is Jim the... Wait, Jim is the villain and the hero? I don't know. Not sure how you can be both. Unless you mean in the movie, then, I mean, if he's Sonic, I don't know. Would he be the villain or the hero? Or both? that'll have to do. It's at a distance, so you're not gonna see every little mini flaw. But I don't like it when my line art gets wonky, because I want it to look consistent and at least kind of nice. Kind of, at least, the artwork. Alright, let's get this going here. Thank you, Ricky. Alright. Alright, let me hit save. Turn off the onion skin. Yeah, his butt's not quite doing what it should. It's gotta look gross. And, like, kind of floppy. It's just funny, I don't know. It's just funny. Alright, let's see if this will work. So, he goes... Shoot. It's like... Yeah, see, that's a little better. It's gotta like make it, I'm doing follow through, so what that means is it's kind of dragging, so it shows a little more weight. So while the body's going up, the butt's kind of going down, and when the body is in the air, I'm sorry, when the body goes down, the butt's upward. Notice like the tail's direction. Anyone who is learning animation, yeah, it's a very powerful tool to make your animation a little more realistic in a way. Thank you for the compliment, Cartoons. Yeah, I hope it does well. I've worked very hard on it, so it kind of just makes you hope it'll be, like, you know, do well. That way I can just, like, be like, alright, it was worth making, because then I didn't waste my time. It's just, like, people enjoyed it. And, you know, I'm glad to make it and finish the series. I just want it to do well. That's all. And that's my real concern with this cartoon. That's all. Also, for any one of you who haven't watched it, I have a new cartoon uploaded. It's a Thomas the Tank Engine anime cartoon. Please watch it, because I worked hard on it. That one took me 10 months when I first uploaded it. So definitely check it out. It's pretty cool too. There's some epic train action, which you wouldn't expect, but there is. So yeah, there's train action in there. He goes cool, awesome train stuff. And yeah. Definitely worth watching if you haven't. Hey! Ava Bava. She was from my old channel, so that's really cool to see you here. Awesome. Well, thank you for finding the channel. That's awesome. Yeah, so let's see here. Alright. So he's going up. Let's fix this here. And yes, the Sonic outfit is horrifying. Right. Yeah, but it's been hard because I'm trying to upload a lot more frequently. One thing I definitely learned from this cartoon is, you know, make sure the cartoons are shorter. Not too lengthy, but not too short. That way I can get it out in a reasonable amount of time. Alright, let's see. Oh, shoot. There we go. The first cartoon video I've ever made. I don't really know. I used to make them even before I had a channel. So, one of the oldest ones was called Thor Business, but I don't like that one, so. That was my first time animating in Animate, or Flash as it was called then. It was weird because, like, it took me a month, and the animation was nowhere near as nice as it is now. I mean, I'm still learning, but no, it was rough because I wasn't used to drawing on, into a computer, essentially. Like, I wasn't used to, like, digital art that way. I just drew on an iPad before and animated on an iPad software. So it was really a big jump to learn how to use tweens, how to, what symbols are, that kind of stuff. Because there's some software stuff I still use. Like, even though my stuff is traditional, I keep all the characters in different symbols. That way I can add some nifty bevel effect, which kind of works as shading. Let's see. What is my favorite ice cream? I like sherbet, like orange sherbet, and I like vanilla. Those are my two favorite flavors, so yeah. Oh, you know what? Peppermint's also very good. Like at Christmas time, I think Publix has like a peppermint ice cream. It's so good. Now you're making me want ice cream. Stop. Alright, let's get this here. Draw this. There we go. Alright, so he's gonna bounce up. What a doofy cartoon. Now, one thing I'm not too excited about is that I screwed up the height at one point in this cartoon, so let's fix it. Well, not height, just sort of depth, I guess. So I want to fix that right now. That way it's a little more consistent. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, see, that works. I don't really animate on Android, miles per hour, I don't, but I think you can get Flip-a-Clip on there. I may be wrong. That's a good software for the most part, like a good app. Some people make really cool stuff on their phones. I can't really draw on a phone very well, so I can't give you that much advice for that. I'd have to look into it. Houston Line TV, I don't know, and please don't be rude, because I've worked every day on this cartoon. If you think it's, like, really easy to make a cartoon, it isn't. It's not. I know some people may make cartoons a lot faster, and good for them. I can't. And I have gotten faster, actually, but, you know, I also have to think about quality. You don't want it to be a crummy cartoon. So, why is part 3 longer? Because I wanted to wrap everything up. So, you know, to wrap up loose ends and to make things interesting, it had to be a little longer. I just wrote a really good script and I didn't know what to cut. So, I wanted a nice send-off to the series so people be happy. That's all. No problem, Houston Line. No problem. It's just I've gotten a lot of comments where people can be like, kind of just, ugh. Like, I'll upload something completely different just to keep people entertained, and then they complain, and it's like, okay. It's not that fun. Because animation is pretty difficult. But it is a very fun, kind of rewarding process because once it's done, you got a cool cartoon. Yeah, but don't be hard on yourself, Houston Line TV. I forgive you. Hey, Gonzalo. Yeah, I agree, Ava. Now, it depends, though. You can have a nice cartoon and it not take as long. Like, depending on how complex it is. So, the Isabelle animation I uploaded, and I made for my sister, Art with Artemis, and she actually sang as Isabelle in that cartoon. So, check out her channel. But, yeah. That technically only took a couple of days, but I worked on it on and off. So, yeah. It's kind of like an eye patch, miles per hour. It's, because I actually have a lazy eye. It doesn't drift or anything, so it was hard to catch. But yeah, so to strengthen it, I have to patch my good eye, so it forces my weaker eye to work. But, yeah, I don't really do that when I'm drawing because I want to make sure it looks good. Hopefully I get to a point where I can draw with my patch and stuff. That'd be good. Not sure if I'd be able to stream though, because I gotta read the chat. It's mostly just like one eye sees clearly, the other sees kind of blurry, and yeah, that's how that is. This frame is approved. Like, it just depends though when it comes to the whole when the cartoon comes out thing. So like, Isabelle was actually fun. It was a breath of fresh air for me because I was working on part 3 even then, and I was getting worn out because I was doing so much. So I'm trying to stay more streamlined with the process of storyboard, rough animation, cleanup. So I went through the entire cartoon doing the storyboard, then I went back to the beginning, did the entire cartoon, doing the rough animation. Yeah, I'm trying to keep things more streamlined so I don't get distracted and can kind of see where my progress is. Is there a part 4? You'll have to find out. Yeah. So, yeah, you'll have to find out if there's a part 4 or not. Not confirming or deconfirming, just, you know, you'll have to find out. But you will definitely enjoy part 3. You will. I'm pretty sure. I worked hard. It's alright. It'll be good. Okay, let's look at the quills. Let's do the bottom one, and then we'll do the middle one. When did I start doing animations? I was really, really young. I was like 8. I started with stop motion and Legos. 8, 9, or 10. Actually, before that, I did do some 2D animation on the computer, but I didn't have a drawing tablet to do it. So I used an application called Pencil 2D. I have it, but I don't animate there in that app anymore because it's kind of like, eh. But I used to draw with a mouse and I just wasn't very good at it. Now I can kind of draw with the mouse pretty okay, but I don't recommend drawing with a mouse. If you can, get a drawing tablet for your computer. And yeah, it doesn't even need to have a screen. It's much better than using a mouse. And you can get a cheap one. So there's some that aren't too expensive. And it's worth it because then you can learn how to use software on computers. Alright, Trip It family. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. I don't know if I'd make a Draw My Life. It's kind of, not sure about that. Oh no, I'm screwing up lines. I don't want to screw up lines. No! Alright, no, hang on, there we go. I think it looks fine. Now let's just fix this here. This. Alright. Hang on a sec. There we go. Yeah, get in there. Hey Noel, hope you're having a good day. Okay, no problem, Percy. Thanks for coming. Am I gonna make more parody cartoons? Probably, Blue Chimp. Probably. I do have some ideas for even original cartoons, which I'd love to do, but I do want to make sure I have a big enough audience that it wouldn't be, like, not worth making. Yeah, I agree, Mario. I really don't care for Sonic EXE. I don't understand. It's like, I get it's like a creepypasta, but it's like, eh. That's just me. Well, not just me. I'm sure there's other people who don't really like it, but, you know. Yeah, it does look a little more like a cat. Like, even when I draw Sonic, I kind of give him bigger ears, because I think it looks better. That's me. Like, when they first revealed the ugly version of Sonic, I'm like, okay, he has, like, these ugly, scraggly ears. I wish that his ears were a little more, like, bigger. It wouldn't look as creepy. So I've kind of just, from then on, just draw Sonic with slightly, you know, good-sized ears, you know. Yeah. Hey, Jack Animations and other stuff. How you doing? Don't hate anyone, Mario. Not worth it. It's just not my thing. Or your thing. So, we'll leave it there. Shoot. It does look very bootleg, but that's kind of, I think, what it was like, you know, it's like, I got an illegal copy of Sonic the Hedgehog for my computer called Sonic.exe. I opened it and there was a scary Sonic in there, and everything was, like, creepy and scary and dark. Yeah, that's literally it, and I just don't like it. It's everywhere. Alright. I'm not sure how this foot's gonna go, because, yeah, see, it's already that way. You know what? I probably shouldn't have done it the way I did with these frames here. Unless we do something like that. I screwed up the leg. And I thought I fixed it. Oh well. Oh yeah, the ugly Sonic had human teeth, and I'm like, oh no, what did they do? Like, design 101, where are you at? It's like, my goodness. The thing is, when you design any character for animation, there's a they're called the 12 principles of animations, just so you get like a general good rule of what you need to follow for good animation. And one of them is called appeal and solid drawing. So your character ought to look even if you flipped it on a mirror, kind of. So, sort of like that. Not even, but just like consistent. And have appealing shapes, appealing silhouette. The ugly design of Sonic had no idea what appeal was. They made like a weird gremlin looking monster thing. Anyway, I was just shocked because someone made it and you're like, oh my gosh. Supposedly it was an executive decision to make Sonic more realistic and less human. I'm sorry, more human-like, I guess, and less like a cartoon, which doesn't really work for Sonic because he is a cartoon. The only thing I think they could have done was maybe make his anatomy a little more scruffy if they're gonna play with the whole he's kind of a freak of nature kind of thing. But you don't have to make his face look weird. Like, I think that's the real, like, for me, the make or break of Sonic's design for the movie was gonna be his face. And he looked like JoJo from Horton Hears a Who. Like, I'm serious. You could compare actually quite a lot from that. There was like the part where he spins up in a ball in the first trailer that looks like the trees from the Lorax. It's actually kind of funny, but yeah, enough ranting about that, but that was a very disappointing moment for a lot of Sonic fans. I think I need to fix his leg. This is way too high up. Hello, ADOY videos. What is Jim holding when he's running? You'll have to find out. Sorry, I just don't want to spoil too much. But you'll find out, and it will be kind of semi-interesting. I'm kidding, it'll be interesting. It'll be really cool to find out what's going on. Here, you get a good look at it here. You know, I really screwed up, like, the floor or something. I don't know, I'm just looking. I do have a background, but I don't know if I want to check it or not because I don't want to accidentally spoil anything. So the only way I could do that and check, I don't know. The redesign saved the film. The flossing he did in the movie though. Yeah, I didn't like the floss. I'm like, oh, come on, you didn't have to add a floss in there. I knew about the floss though going in, so I wasn't like too upset. Cause someone saw an early screening of the movie with the old design, mind you, and said he flossed. So I was ready for the floss. He had to take it down, I think, the Ask Me Anything thing on Reddit because legal issues, I'm sure. But yeah, we got a lot of info from that. And that's why I made him default dance in the first cartoon. I could have made him floss, but I had a default dance rough animation at the ready. And I'm like, okay, all I have to do is really just put Sonic's head on it. So that's what I did. But yeah. The floss really just... And they didn't do it just once. They did it twice, which made it like really awkward. No problem, Ava. We needed a moderator anyway, here. So, you know, the other moderators are busy, I guess. Alright, so we've got Jim running How's It Look? If I play it through, he's like, Then he freaks out, runs away. It kind of works, it's just this one frame is screwing up the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to fix that. We've got how many more frames to the end? It's up to here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drawings, and then we're at 6 if you count this frame. When he gets to the door. And then I do that on 4s, so he kind of goes in slow. Alright, sorry, I was just looking at what I had to do. Or have to do, really. I probably still would have went, but to be honest with you, the movie wasn't bad. Like, the one that like the new one, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like a new script or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, it was the redesign. So the movie wasn't bad, and it probably wouldn't have been a bad movie. The only thing that was really making it bad was the design, I think. But I think the movie would have gotten panned really badly if it kept the old design. And the critics kind of didn't like it that much. But honestly, I just watched it like, okay, I understand this is gonna be a kids movie. It's gonna be this. It's good. But you know, it was a good movie for the most part. Some things I really did not like, but hey, that's modern cinema for you. So I'm just grateful they fixed his face and his body, but you know. Yeah, I screwed this up badly. Wow, okay. Have I watched Sonic OVA, the original cartoon movie? Yeah. I've seen the movie. It's okay. Yeah, it's alright. I don't understand who the other semi-half-human characters are supposed to be. I was very confused by that. And I know they've Sega actually, like, it was their plan from the beginning to give Sonic a, did you see the shoe just disappear? Wow, okay. Thank you, Adobe Flash. Alright, so, anyhow, their plan in the beginning, when they were making the first game, was to give Sonic a human girlfriend. Which is kind of, no, it's just messed up. So, you know how Sonic 06 had Elise? Yeah, that's why they did it. It was a reference to that. And I'm thinking in the OVA, they kind of did the same thing, where, you know, they give Sonic a semi-human love interest, which is really weird. It just doesn't fit. Alright, let's see here. I think I made his legs too thick here, but yeah, I did. It's hard to get that balance right. Because they gotta be the right length. Just don't want it to be wrong size. Sonic 06 doesn't exist. Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, from what I know in the plot, they basically just made the whole story kind of like, yeah, no, that was a different timeline kind of thing. Still, I mean, that's kind of what Sega was aiming for, I think. That's my conspiracy. All right, so that's a conspiracy theory. I don't really know, but yeah. Gotta make sure I get the right size for the arms. Hey CJ, how you doing, man? Yeah, I think so, Percy. I think so. They even have like full-on concept art. And Robotnik was gonna be dressed like a bee or something. I don't know. It was weird. Very weird. Just, yeah. Oh, what scene? This is a completely different scene. If that's what you're wondering. Cited wheat. It's not the spider scene. That one's done. I just did it off stream. I apologize. I broke my promise of finishing that live. I just decided to finish it. I'm going to just wrap certain parts up. But yeah. This is a different scene. Jim does, after some dialogue, Jim does an epic pose, and then he runs away, opens a door, runs through the door. Yeah, that kind of thing. So it's a little bulky when it comes to the number of drawings, but we're gonna see if we can get it done in a timely fashion, hopefully. Hope that explains. Oh, you just woke up, man? Oh yeah, CJ, I saw your scene for that Sonic Writers collab. That is fantastic work, man. Really good stuff. Alright, I should have just rescaled it from here. Alright, let's scale. Hey, Crispy. I think I can move his body up, and hopefully his head too. There we go. Yeah, I've seen that too, Percy. There was also going to be, like, his stance when he wasn't moving was going to be the same stance as in Sonic Adventure. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Sonic Riders has a pretty cool intro. Kind of miss 2D Sonic artwork, to be honest. Like, even box art used to be 2D. Now it's just 3D renders. I mean, that's okay. I like 3D too, but, you know, Sonic looks awesome in 2D. At least when he's done right. how this frame is going. At least it'll be a little easier here because that's when he finally gets to the door. All right, let's get his quills figured out. I guess I'll start here. Oh, awesome, Crispy. Yeah, it's a very good software. You'll find some bugs here and there, but it is very useful. Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite right now. I'm trying to finish the movie thing, and I've been slacking on projects that I need to get done. That's okay. Yeah, we're getting there. Part 3 is, I think it's getting pretty close. Yeah, hopefully at least. I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of fooling myself. I hope not. That was a pretty cool scene, Sided Wheat. Right. Let's get this one and one more quill, and then we are done with this part. One really useful thing for people doing cleanup, there's a neat little feature where you can swap between colors. So you have your stroke and your fill color and your stroke color. And if you hit X on your keyboard, you can swap between the two. And it's really useful if you want to select certain parts of the lines. So like here, I have the red covering the black line. Like if I just do it this way a little bit more, that way it'll work. And I wish I could zoom in further. It's just so small. Darn. No, I can't. Oh, you know what? I can do the example elsewhere. Alright, so to show you, see this little line here that's not supposed to be between these two red lines, which are part of the quill? You can just select the black line and delete it. It's really useful. I mean, it may seem pretty simple, but I've been doing it a lot lately just to get through cleanup, swapping between the two colors. Because I used to accidentally hit it on my keyboard, and then I'm like, wait a second, why don't I just use that to my advantage? It's easier than selecting a whole new color and trying to keep your lines tight. Those are some pretty neat shoes, actually, Sonic Stars. I wish they would actually sell them, because that would make sense. They've made very minimal marketing and products and merchandise based off of the movie. And I think it has to do with the redesign. I think they were going to do a lot more, but what happened was the redesign happened, and people were just mad at the old design, so the people invested in making toys probably were like, no one's going to buy our toys, we're done, and dropped out. What I'm surprised with is I was surprised they didn't even make a spin-off game. I thought that would have happened, but I guess not. That would be neat, CJ. That would be neat. I think Sonic's social media team saw that Sonic X Reanimate collab. That was cool. This arm. One thing I do sometimes struggle with is arm size. So like on one side of the body and the other side of the body, especially when it's in an angle. It's always kind of tricky for me. balanced and the right size. In case you couldn't tell, I do a lot of tugging and pulling on lines. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Lately, okay, so one thing that I've noticed, if you're really zoomed in and you do a short line, Adobe will not like the program will not always recognize it, so have to redraw it a few times just to get it in there. Alright. There we go. This frame is almost finished. We just have one leg to go, and then we can move on to the next frame, and hopefully it'll all look nice. I do need to fix his leg on this frame because it's just screwing everything up. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. Well, that's good, CJ. I've seen some of your progress on that. It looks fun. Looks good. What is my favorite Sonic game from the Genesis or Mega Drive? Good question. I don't know. I like the classic games. I'd say the most polished one would be Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Those are the most polished, those two. I haven't really beaten Sonic 3 though. I always get stuck on like Marble Garden or something. And Sonic and Knuckles, it's that pyramid level. Once I did actually beat it, I was like, yes! But I didn't beat the actual game yet. I've beaten Sonic 1 and 2, and I've beaten Sonic CD. Yeah, that's a good question though. I don't know. I like all of them, to be honest with you. I think I've played through Sonic 1 the most. Used to play it all the time on the DS. I had a Sonic Classic Collection. I loved that game. It was great. You could just play all the Sonic games, like the classics, on your DS. That's great. That was awesome. I have the Classic Collection for GameCube, so I usually play them there. But lately, I've been playing the mobile ones because they're free with ads. But you know what? It's not that bad because you can play through an entire zone until you see an ad. So I don't mind, actually. Yeah, I understand Sonic Stars. I think the US is one of the only places that called it Genesis. I could be wrong. But then again, I think Japan called it Genesis as well, or Mega Drive. I don't know. I don't know my Sega history. No. Oh well. I'll have to watch a bunch of videos to like jog my memory here. I'm not sure how I feel about his leg doing this. It's like, yeah, see, that's a little weird. He's going fast, so it may not matter. but I do want to make sure it looks right when going frame by frame. Here it kind of works, so I think I can go ahead and, you know what am I doing? The ears are down, so that's kind of silly. Should be midway. Same for the quills, honestly, but I'm not sure. Darn it! I wasn't paying attention. This is all my fault. We'll fix the ears at least. That's the silhouette mostly in this angle, so. Do I still do reanimated collabs? Like scenes for collabs? I haven't done a scene for a reanimated collab for a while, actually. The last one I joined was SpongeBob reanimated, and that one got taken down. I think someone re-uploaded it. But I did finish my scene for the Zelda CDI reanimated collaboration, which is a collaboration I'm hosting along with Art with Artemis. Yeah. She used to go by Skystreak. But yeah. There's that. I did finish my scene for that. And it's turning out to be a really good project. Like, just watching the scenes all together, it's great. Been working on that for over a year, almost a year and a half. So, considering how long it's been and what we have done, it's great. We're like 80% with that collab. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Sonic Stars, that's pretty neat. I think Europe also, like, I know in Britain they refer to it as a Mega Drive. We just call it the Genesis in America. But I like Mega Drive. That's also a really cool name. You know what? I think I'm okay with this frame. It's not perfect, but it's in between more so than anything. So I'm not totally unhappy with it. I think it is good enough to color. So let's make sure all the lines are the right color here, and then we will fill it in. Nice thing is, most of it's blue, so I don't have to select a bunch of colors. It's just, you know, 3 color, no, a little more than that because the shoes. And I got this arm wrong. Hang on. I want to fix that arm. It's gotta look right. I know it sounds kind of crazy because there's so many drawings to do, but you gotta have it look right, or it just doesn't look right. Then everybody's upset. Well, mostly I'm upset because I just want it to look right. What Sega console do I like the most? I really haven't owned a Sega console. I do have the AtGames Genesis, but it's kind of, you know, the sound chip is pretty meh. But it does play Genesis cartridges, which is pretty cool. I do like the Sega Genesis. I think that's one of the best eras. They had the Master System, they had the Genesis / Mega Drive, and they had the Dreamcast. Dreamcast had some pretty... Oh, and the Saturn. Can't forget the Sega Saturn. I just like the classic games a lot more. I'd say, like, I really like... I like Sonic Adventure. I even like Sonic R, which is kind of weird. Like, that game's kind of wonky, not gonna lie. But it is fun. Multiplayer on that game is awesome. So, yeah. So, Sonic R is good. There's, yeah, I don't know. Oh, and you can't forget the Game Gear. There were some games on that too. Not as good as the console games, definitely. Like, yeah. But I used to play those. Yeah. I have them on Classic Collection. They're fun. Not as good as the Genesis ones, like I said, but they're still a good time. Like, you know. Except for Sonic Blast. That one's... Yeah, don't play that one. That one's pretty bad. It tries to do the whole Donkey Kong Country thing with 3D-ish graphics, sprites. And it looks just ugly. Like, you can play as Knuckles and Sonic, but they're gigantic. I just remember it was like, okay, yeah, it's slow, it was clunky. And I never could get past the first boss in Sonic 2 for the Game Gear. That one is ridiculously difficult. Like, even now, I still haven't beaten it. And I'm hoping this doesn't crash. Okay, cool, it's saved. But, yeah. Do I like Sonic Unleashed? I've never played that, Sushi. I've never played it. I've seen a lot of people say good things about it. You know what, I just realized something. I could have done something with the... Yeah, see, I did his butt wrong on this frame. It should have been, more like this. Because it'll... Yeah. I can cheat this. I can fix it. Watch this, everybody. We're fixing it. Yay. Unnecessary work, but you know what? It'll look better. So, if we can make it look nice, because this is a good scene. This is like one of my favorite scenes in the whole cartoon. Now there are there is later on in the story there's some good scenes. Don't get me wrong. The whole cartoon, I am making sure it all looks nice. But I really want this gag to work a certain way that is funny for everyone and enjoyable to watch. So, yeah. I gotta fix this line here. There we go. There's his... See, that looks a little better, I think. Yeah, see, it's gonna look floppier. Maybe a little unnecessary. Because he's going so fast. But it is funny, so... If you were to go slower through it, it looks funny. It's alright. It looks a little ridiculous, which kind of fits. Yeah, but I've never played Sonic Unleashed. I have played Sonic Generations, Sonic Colors. Colors wasn't a bad game. It was good. The only thing I don't like too much about Sonic Colors is there's so much 2D sections, and they're all like... They're not even designed like classic Sonic levels that much. They're designed more like Mario levels, so you're not taking advantage of Sonic's physics at all. So that's the only thing I have to say that I didn't like that much about Sonic Colors. The game is beautiful though, like visually. There's some fun, like the 3D stages were pretty fun. At least the sections of the 3D stages. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, the one by @games, Jared? Because I think I have that one. It's not it's not terrible, because at least you can play the games, but you can use a wired controller. It's optional. If you have one, you can use it. There's also, you can play actual Genesis cartridges, but the sound chip is the one thing I don't like about the @games thing. Oh, I've seen the opening for Sonic Unleashed. That is fantastic. Like, really cool. I wish we could have saw action like that in the Sonic movie. Like, that was, like, that's one of the coolest moments in the Sonic series. Hey, Marwan. Have you played Sonic Forces on your iPhone and Switch? Yes, I have, Caden. I'm not a big fan of Sonic Forces. I've played the mobile version, it's better, but I'm not a huge fan of it. That's just me. I think it was kind of... It sort of felt like a kind of simplified version of Sonic Colors. And Sonic Colors was a pretty basic game, so I wasn't too huge on the game. But if you like it, that's cool. I am glad you enjoyed Sonic Forces. Yeah, Sonic Colors on the DS is fantastic. That one is really good. It's like someone I think classified it along with the Sonic Rush series, and I think that's appropriate because it plays like Sonic Rush. But yeah, no, that one's very good. I'm not sure how I feel about this part, but it's no biggie. It looks nice, and that's all that matters. I think if I don't want his leg as bent here, because he's not sprinting as hard, I guess, if that's the right term. Or as, he's not using as much stamina. He's just kind of slowing down, getting up to the door, and then he's gonna do this stuff at the door, and then he's gonna run away. So, we're getting there, slowly but surely. Oh, no. But yeah, Colors for the DS, that was a very good game. I had so much fun playing that. And the final boss was cool. Like, it was actually in sort of 3D, I think. Where you would fly around in space as Supersonic against the Mother Wisp. And that's not even in the console version, so... yeah, you get some neat features and content in that game. There was also, you could talk to characters. There were like these cutscenes with all the other Sonic characters, like the Chaotix, Shadow, I think. But no, I know Silver, I'm pretty sure was in there. And Knuckles. Everybody likes Knuckles. And you do a challenge, and that was really fun. Like, really good game. Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying, CJ. Like, the final battle was cool, but like, there was a part in the Unleashed opening where Sonic, like, goes around, like, the egg pond guy. Like, he's here, and Sonic's, like, zooming around him. And then he basically breaks him apart and runs away, looking behind him. That was so cool. Like, that kind of stuff was great. Like, he just what is this sketch? This is horrible. I'm so sorry. But, you know, he just handled it so smooth and quick. That's just the kind of stuff Sonic should be doing in, like, cinematic situations. And then the part where he's dodging the missiles, there's, like, some really good... like, I mean, I'm not a smear frame person all the time, but there was some really good smear frames. Like, excellent timing and just the use of it in 3D. Like, it was fantastic. That kind of stuff I wanted to see. Like, yeah, the final battle in the movie was cool. But, you know, I think it was more of a reference to how you beat Eggman in the games by bopping him on the mech a bunch of times. That's how it felt. And that works. It worked. I thought that was a neat little moment. Like, you know, that was a cool fight. But I really like Sonic Unleashed stuff a little better. Just a little. Both are good. Hey, Sonic Central art drawer. Oh, that's cool, Sonic Stars. Huh. So, like, on the actual console, you'd see your name on there. That's neat. Those are probably really rare. Like, man, those custom Sega Genesis or Mega Drive consoles, those have to be worth a lot, I would think. especially because you've got the custom name one, and those are the pre-sale, pre-order ones. Yeah, I don't think Sonic OVA 2 is gonna happen, to be honest. I know that was a fan project for a while. But Sonic Mania 2 is kind of likely. I know they probably will keep doing stuff with Classic Sonic, but I just don't want them to oversaturate him. They've done it with Forces, and kind of getting annoying. Have you heard of Sonic 2 HD? Yeah, it looks awesome. They're doing a great job they're basically remaking the entirety of Sonic 2 with some really polished graphics and animation. It looks great. I'm not sure how to go about this part with his leg. You know what? This will work. It'll work. He's just bouncing all over the place. Yeah, I mean, Forces was pretty meh in my opinion. That's just me. I thought it was a disappointing game. It was and the thing, people, I don't know if they forget it or not, but that was an anniversary title. And it came out a year late. So now I understand they had like 4 to 5 years of development. Okay. But 3 years of that supposed, I think it was like 4 years. So 3 years of the development was spent on the engine, and 1 year was spent on the actual game. It's like, okay, I see the problem here. That's why it kind of felt a little bit bland, I guess. Let's get him finished. We got most of the frame, I guess, just not his head, not his arms. Okay, you're gonna see the animation window disappear for just one moment. I want to see how long I've been streaming. Let's see. We've been streaming for... oh, wow. Quite a bit of time, actually. 2 hours? Something like that. Oh no, only like an hour. Alright. No, almost 2. Yeah. Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna take a lunch break, I think. I'm gonna shut the stream off and probably pick up later. I don't have a be right back thing, so just Mario and Luigi walking. Don't worry, I won't be gone too long, but yeah. I gotta eat, and we'll see if I get back online. So thank you for stopping by. Hopefully I will be back online shortly. All right.